Hey, what's poppin'? It's Ramon. I wanted to hop on here and tell you guys I'm having a great day, and I hope you guys are as well. I wanted to talk about something I've been doing recently with a partner, another team member actually down in Florida. Is I've been having accountability check-ins, and I have essentially have adopted an accountability partner the last, I think we're going on 2 or 3 weeks now, give or take. And I want to say it's been a phenomenal decision. It's super simple, right? And it takes maybe like 2 minutes or 5 minutes each day, but it's been extremely beneficial. So, quickly, what an accountability partner is, and you can have it for anything, working out, for your diet, for your business. In my case, I have it mainly for real estate activities. An accountability partner is pretty much someone you know who is also trying to be consistent, trying to level up in life, where once a day, once a week, or something like that, you shouldn't do any longer than that, at least once a day, or at least once a week. You guys check in with each other. Maybe if you're both making a certain amount of calls or supposed to walk a certain amount of miles or something like that, you essentially at the end of the day text or call that person and say, hey, here are my numbers, here's the progress I made today. And it's just a way to kind of keep someone also on your case. You're not there to yell at each other, but you're there to kind of just keep each other encouraged and, make sure you guys are both doing what you're supposed to. And it's been really cool. And my accountability partner is a guy that I already look up to as far as how he runs his business. He's about my age, but he's really got it down packed and got to a science. And one other things I'll talk about in a second is linking up with someone like that. There's so much you can naturally sponge off of and glean. And, the people you surround yourself with are the people you ultimately become. So you already know. So that aside, I want to talk three things about why it's so beneficial and why you should really consider having an accountability partner no matter what type of business or what type of goals you have. For one, it raises the stakes. What do I mean by that? So when you're on your own, doing your own thing, you naturally will have your own ambitions and goals. You will have your own fire, quote unquote, to kind of keep you motivated and keep you consistent. And you'll have your own reasons to do what you want to do. But when you bring someone else on board and say, hey, listen, I am telling you, okay, by this day or by this week, I want to get this result or this number, and you're telling them that, saying, okay, this is the commitment I'm making, you're now roping in another person, and now your responsibility, if you will, is now to make good on your word. And you should do that anyway, but I think it becomes a level even higher when you bring on another person and you're doing the same for them. Straight up, there'll be times I'll be making my calls where I'm not afraid of telling that person I didn't make the calls, but like, it's just one more reason for me to hit the numbers I want to hit, And I think that's really powerful. And I think that any form of pressure, and this is like a really healthy way to add some type of pressure, I think being uncomfortable and some type of push, gentle push to always be working and always be evolving, even if it's uncomfortable, I think is really good for all of our personal developments. I think we all need some form of adversity in our life. Number two, it encourages you to become more self-analytical. So when you are discussing your numbers and your progress with the other person, or you're looking at your own sheet, or just in conversation, you'll unconsciously pick up on the things they're doing, maybe the numbers they're hitting, or the techniques they may be using. And that will kind of put you in a position where, like, just because we naturally compare and contrast, you'll look at what they're doing compared to what you're doing, and you'll think, okay, they're doing this and it's getting them results. Maybe I can tweak my stuff. Or, okay, maybe they're hitting more numbers in this rate. I'm only hitting these numbers. How can I increase my production? And stuff like that. And hopefully there's a give and take where both you guys are, like, in a weird way, kind of unconsciously being competitive with each other, which I think is a good thing. And it just helps you to really take a deep dive of your own systems and your own habits, and it just encourages you to make sure you're doing the most of what you can do with your time, especially if the other person isn't making excuses. That helps you to realize, okay, I can't make excuses, And lastly, and this is a no-brainer, you learn from the other person, as I just mentioned. If they have some really cool techniques or systems they're using to elevate their game, naturally, and hopefully you're sharing these points anyway, you can glean and sponge some of the good stuff they got, and hopefully you have something that you can teach them. So it's really cool. I think it's a good way to kind of form like a professional bond with another person as well. As I get another order, so I had to swipe that away. But that was it. I want to encourage you guys to really consider that. I'm gonna go pick up this DoorDash and then try to crank up more calls in between my orders. Hope you guys are doing well. Get an accountability partner. You won't regret it.